channel, the people who give back here, are the people that I appreciate the most. May you be equally blessed in your life. Anyone who likes, shares, comments, subscribes, purchases, makes donations, leaves me tips when they make donations, hits that little super thanks button. Anybody that checks out my other channel and supports me there, or any of my other social media and supports me there, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. May you each be blessed in your own life. And thank you as well to our ancestors, to our guides, to our lost loved ones that are here to guide us and bring us these messages and facilitate us finding each other. All the way back to the first two ancestors, our beautiful God and Goddess. Thank you to each and every one of them. So, let's get started with this message today. Today, I was feeling very drawn to doing a message on dealing with a loss. I know that a lot of us this year have dealt with a lot of losses, and over the last couple of years, there's been a lot of losses. So at this time, we're going to take some time to discuss these losses and how they may affect us and how we might be able to live with them, grow from them, learn from them, and move forward. So there's definitely a need here for you guys to be listening to your intuition, finding peace with the way things are, and allowing things to unfold naturally. You guys might be having some trust issues. You might be dealing with certain situations that are causing you to question things more than normal. And this could definitely be caused by that energy of loss. Maybe you feel like you've just lost so much and that's all that ever happens in your life, and you never get to keep anything, or you never get to experience any joy. Some of you could be in some very negative energy when it comes to that. At this time, you're being asked to accept things. Accept things. Find the good in those moments. Look back on the memories that you have and really cherish them, value them, see the good in them. Thanks for the memories. I will remember you. Do-dan-dan-dan. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by, if not for the memories. So yeah, you guys are really being asked to look back on the memories and enjoy what you had while you had it, but to continue living your life, to continue moving forward, to continue enjoying the world around you. You passed the test, A+++. For some of you, you might have actually, you might be dealing with the loss of a person who is still alive as well. Someone that you had to move away from energetically, someone that may have been removed from your life in some way. And you are doing a very good job of being at peace at this time. You're doing a very good job of handling this transition, of dealing with the transformation. For some of you, you may want to work on transmuting energy as well. That could definitely be something that's really going to help a lot of you. Some of you had to go to a funeral or a wake at some point in the near future or in the near distance. Some of you could actually be getting ready to go do this. And I myself, I really don't like funerals. And if you think funerals are bad, go to a wake. Go to a viewing where they have the casket open. And do it with people that hate you. That's fun. So, some of you might be feeling like, why should I be getting dressed up for this? Why should I be... Why should I be almost looking like I'm celebrating this? Some of you could actually be getting ready to go to a celebration of life. And you know what? When I pass away, that's what I'd like to have for mine. Funerals are awful, morose, depressing. I don't want a funeral. I want a celebration of life. I want something where people are going to go and party and have fun and tell each other stories and laugh and remember the good things. And so some of you could actually be really upset because you might be getting ready to go to a celebration of life, and you really aren't feeling like celebrating life. You aren't feeling like celebrating or having fun or being happy in any way. But remember that this was this person's wishes. This was their desires. This is what they wanted. They didn't want everybody falling to pieces and destroying their lives and being stuck in that depressing, negative, sad state. So try to focus on the good things. Focus on the beauty. Focus on the things you have to be grateful for, and this will help to lift you up at this time. Somebody may be thinking about traveling, and if you're thinking about traveling, a loved one on the other side wants to let you know that there's only so much time. They thought that they would have more time than they did, but they only had so much time, and there was things that they didn't get to do that they wanted to do, and they want you to listen to your intuition. They want you to trust yourself, and they want you to set out and do some of the things that you've been wanting to do before your time runs out too. Tick tock, tick tock. Some of you might actually be mourning the loss of some of you could have had a miscarriage as well, and you could be having a hard time thinking about getting pregnant again, especially since you might be feeling very haunted by the fact that you only have so much time left to do this. But at the same time, you're not really feeling like you want to do this at this time because you're feeling like nothing could replace the baby you lost or something along those lines. Some of you might have actually even lost a child in general, one that was already a couple years old. No, nothing is ever going to replace that child, but you can have another one. You can choose to still live your life and still enjoy your life, and you can cherish their memory by creating a new world in your life. Act like this child is still here because they are. And it hurts them to see their mom so upset. They don't like it. And I think they spend a lot of their days trying to help you feel better, trying to make you smile again. For some of you, this was a child that brought you flowers a lot. They may have made you random weird things and brought them to you. You might actually run across a lot of things like that. And that's them trying to reach out to you, trying to let you know that they're still here and that they love you. And they just want to see you smile again. They want to see you happy again. There could be there could be like a strong gust that comes up and like knocks something over. Or there could be things that get moved around or knocked over in your house or things like that. They may be trying to play like hide and seek with you in some way. Pisces, intuitive. Aries, courageous. Libra, charming. Cancer, Aquarius, Sagittarius. Some of you could be dealing with the loss of a parent or a sibling as well. Aries again. Some of you could be dealing with the loss of a family in a way, or parts of your family, and it could be because of somebody that's been starting a lot of fights, a lot of drama, a lot of chaos. Somebody could be targeting you in some sort of way. You could have lost part of your family due to injustices against you in some way. You may even know who's behind these injustices. I feel like you're being asked to drop the judgment, to release it, to understand that this person was worried about losing their family. And they felt like they were going to lose their family to you, which is why they may have attacked you in the ways that they did. And that doesn't mean that it didn't hurt. That doesn't mean that it wasn't hard. That doesn't mean that what they did was right. 1111. That just means to understand it, to have compassion for it, to have empathy for it, to forgive it so that you can heal. And to forgive it so that it isn't destroying more of what you hold dear around you. Because as much as this person was trying to destroy your connections, you destroyed them more by holding on to this anger and by lashing out at everybody that you loved because of what this other person was doing. Protected. You're very protected. You may have some loved ones on the other side that are protecting you spiritually. You may have some family that's protecting you. You may actually have some people defending you that you don't even know are defending you. There may be some people that are stepping up to fight this fight with you or for you. You stand out very much, and you're very different from a lot of people. Nobody could ever replace you. And I feel like for a lot of you, whatever you've lost or whoever you've lost, you feel like no one could ever replace them. Nothing could ever replace them. Nothing could ever fill that hole or fill that void. Which is why you need to work on becoming whole on your own. It's why you need to work on loving yourself and taking care of yourself and putting into you. So that you don't feel like you can't live without certain things or certain people or certain circumstances within your life, because you can live just fine. And yeah, sometimes it does suck, but over time, it heals slowly. Sometimes slower than others. Handmade. You may even have some objects or items that are handmade by somebody that you cherish and love, especially a child, if you have a child that you love, that you've been feeling like you've lost in some way. There's things that you have that remind you of them. Some of you may want to make an altar of some sorts. Just a small space that values them, cherishes them, that holds their memory. And then kind of cleanse out and clear out a lot of the other things going on in your space. So that you have this space that you can go to when you're wanting to commune with them, when you're wanting to interact with them. And make sure you make time for that. But that way you're not living there anymore. J, A, X, Jax. Some of you could be mourning the loss of your innocence in some way. Mourning and grieving the losses that somebody in your life caused when you were younger. G, B, Q, big. Some of you could be mourning the loss of your childhood in some way. Some of you could be feeling like you were forced to grow up too soon. Or maybe you were so excited about growing up that you kind of pushed yourself to grow up too soon. And now you might be feeling like you missed out on a lot because of that. There was somebody that was talking yesterday about how, no, I'm not going to let them make their own decisions at 18 because they're not grown at 18. I remember what it was like being 18 and they shouldn't be making their own decisions. And I was like, are you kidding me? You want to know why so many young adults can't even handle their fucking life these days? It's because everybody wants to infantilize them. They want to keep them tiny and childish as long as they can, instead of actually teaching them things and letting them go on their own and letting them make some decisions and letting them figure things out. And yes, there are some people that get to stay young a lot longer, but there are some people who end up growing up a lot sooner. And there are pros and cons of it. So make sure that you are looking at the pros of those things. The cons are there too, of course they are. But don't get so focused on those that you forget that there are good things too. Jail. Is it really you that I'm missing, or the loss of my innocence? I've been missing so much. LIQG. Some of you could be so focused on a past event or a past person or a past situation that you have really placed it on a pedestal and made it out to be something so phenomenal and so amazing that nothing could ever compare to it or compete with it or even come close to making you feel as good as this situation did. And so you're really needing to look at it and examine it. Like I was just saying, there's pros and cons to everything. Start looking at some of the cons in that situation. Start looking at some of the things that weren't good. Start looking at some of the things that have gotten better since that situation has been over or through. GA, bag. B, baby. Z, S, K, escapee. Y, G, R, Z, gray, grab. Sky, Skylar, Skyla, sigil. Barbie, Basque, Bear, Gill, gig. Some of you could be mourning the loss of a gig or a job or some sort of something to do with your career that you were feeling like was going to be a very big opportunity that fell through at the last minute. 47. Honestly, I feel like this is something that you would have really regretted if you would have actually gotten a chance to do it. Hindsight is 20/20, and I feel like there's going to be something revealed to you in the near future that's going to let you know why this situation had to end, and you're going to be actually really happy that it ended when it did. Gag, a gag order. Somebody could be mourning the loss of their voice in some way. Somebody could be regretting signing a settlement in some way. Hey, baby actually ended up here too. Garbage. You might have accidentally thrown something away, or something may have gotten thrown away by somebody else because they didn't realize how important it was to you. Or somebody may have sat something near where the garbage gets taken or something, and they picked it up when they grabbed the garbage or something like that, and you're being asked to just let this go and to know that it was time for this to be gone so that new can come in. There was somebody I was talking to at one point in time, and I was telling them the story about how I had a gift from two different people, and one day I decided to take those two gifts and burn them, to get rid of them, to transmute that energy, to create a transformation, to release that energy and to move forward, to cut those cords in a way. And pretty much I got through the story of telling them, you know, that I got those gifts and that I decided to burn them one day. And they went inside and grabbed something that had been plaguing them for the last couple weeks, that they'd been bitching about, that they'd been griping about, that they'd been throwing a fit about, and they brought it out and burned it. And I was like, wow. I really did not expect you to catch on to that as quickly as you did. Holy shit. Because most people, you tell them that story and it takes a few days and they think about it and then they're like, oh, hey, maybe I should do that with some of the things I got going on in my life that are similar to that. But no, this person was just on top of it. They're like, bam, I know exactly what you're talking about. Here you go. Gone. Now I don't got to worry about it anymore. Now I don't got to think about it anymore. Now I don't got to be pissed off about it anymore. It's just done. And that could be what somebody here needs to do as well, is maybe you have some things that are remaining, that are left over, that are just there constantly plaguing you. And it may be time to get rid of these things. It may be time to pull that out of the drawer, out of the closet, or out of the wherever it is that you keep running into it and it keeps upsetting you, and just take it and put it in the trash, or take it and burn it, or take it and put it in a river and just let it float away. Gray. One day all those gray skies will be sun-filled. Lit up. Your sky may be gray. The sky is crying. Can't you see them tears roll down the street? The sky is crying. Can't you see them tears roll down the street? Yes, these situations are helping you learn how to be more independent, how to be more successful on your own, how to stand tall, even when you don't have the support of others. Some of you could be mourning the loss of friendships, the losses that occurred because of jealousy or competition, the losses that occurred because of you winning in life, or because of you leveling up in life, or maybe even the losses that occurred because others have leveled up or gotten a new position around you, and maybe they decided that they needed new people in their life because you just weren't on their level, or whatever the case may be. Some of you could be mourning the losses that have happened because of jealousy, because of envy or resentment, the losses that have happened because of anger. And if it happened because of your anger or jealousy or resentment, it may be time to take action to apologize in certain situations and to try to make amends. If not, it is definitely time to move forward. Either way, it's time to move forward. It's time to make new connections. It's time to really get out there and meet people and talk to people and be confident. Be confident in yourself. Be confident in your skills. It's time to have some self-respect, self-reliance, to feel like you are very fertile and abundant. You have worked so hard for something that you have been able to achieve, for something that you have been able to overcome, or for some sort of something that has given you a promotion of some sort in some way in your life. You deserved these things. You deserved this credit. You deserved this award. You deserved this promotion. You deserved this enjoyment in life. And there may be people that were upset about it, that fell out of your life because of their jealousy or their resentment. There could have been people that tried to cause conflict or chaos or drama. There could have been people that could have tried to destroy your reputation through their speech. Some of you may even be upset and grieving over the loss of your reputation in some sort of way, maybe because of some sort of situation you decided to be a part of in some way. And it could be because of lies, but it could be because of things that you actually decided to do in some way. And this loss that happened wasn't a true loss. This loss allowed you to pull off masks and allowed you to be more of yourself. And also you gained a lot in these losses. You gained the knowledge of who your true friends are. You gained the knowledge of yourself more. You also gained the wisdom and understanding of how much you can handle on your own, so that you know from now on that you don't have to rely on others, that you can take care of things yourself if you need to. So you won't sacrifice pieces of yourself to keep others around anymore. Page of Cups. Ten of Stakes, and the Nine of Pentacles. So there could be somebody that placed a lot of burdens on you. There could be somebody that was very angry because of what you were doing or where you were going. There could have even been somebody that was trying to suck the life out of you in some way, or that was trying to cause you to lose in some way because they were afraid of you winning, or because they were jealous of you winning, or whatever the case may be. There might actually be an apology on the horizon that's going to be coming in. An apology for the ways that they've behaved. A message of love, a message of friendship, a peace offering in some way, maybe coming forward to you. And for some of you, you might actually be apologizing and offering this peace offering, and it's going to bring you a lot of abundance. It's going to bring you a lot of stability. It's going to bring you a lot of success, and it's going to make you feel really good about yourself and really good about your life, to be able to admit where you may have gone wrong and express your love and express your kindness, express your joy, express your apologies and mean them. And for some of you, you might actually be upset because you don't get to express your love to someone in particular anymore. You can always express your love, even if they're not standing in front of you. Yeah, somebody could be feeling like they were thrown in the trash by somebody that they loved as well. Just know that this person is going to realize what they've done, and they are going to apologize for how they've behaved. No one can help their emotions, but they can help how they behave. And at times, they have a hard time even handling that, and they don't even know what emotions is driving it. But what they can extra handle is how they behave afterwards. Once they realize what they've done, or once they've realized how they've behaved, or once they realized what caused it, how they behave at that point is extra important. And I feel like there's going to be some people that are going to be surprising you, that are going to be really handling it very well and coming forward to express where they went wrong, and to let you know that they are very sorry for what they've done, and to let you know that they love you, and they feel very hurt over how they behaved because of their own pettiness. So for some of you, this loss is a blessing in disguise, because it's going to shift, change, and dramatically alter the connection that you had with somebody or a group of people. It's going to create balance, peace, and harmony in a friendship. 42. That's what life is all about. Life is about loving, and life is about forgiving, and life is about enjoying each other and being at peace. 8 of Pentacles, Knave of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So some of you are working very hard to increase your skills, increase your knowledge, to level up. Some of you have been working extremely hard on a lot of things. You've been moving forward, and some of you may be feeling like there was a loss of some of the things that you've worked really hard on, because somebody may have taken it and tried to take credit for it, or somebody may have put it out there and claimed it as theirs in some way. Some of you could be feeling very upset or in grief about the loss of a vehicle. For some of you, the loss of a home. And once again, there's definitely some people that are feeling the loss of a child. Writing about this is going to help. A lot of you have been working really hard to keep yourself busy in some way. Maybe you've been moving to the next thing, and moving to the next thing, and moving to the next thing. And, you know, if you've been doing that, you might need to take some time to just sit and be in those emotions. And some of you really need to speak the truth about how you felt about certain situations as well. Yeah, there's definitely somebody here that somebody has taken what you've had to offer and they've claimed it as theirs. Somebody has moved forward with some sort of plans to try to derail you, or to try to take from you or to try to destroy you in some way, there's a lot of people on your side. There are a lot of people that are fighting for you. There's a lot of people that are standing up for you. There may even be somebody that's getting ready to defend you, to stand up and speak the truth, to communicate very effectively about what happened in certain situations. And for some of you, somebody that could communicate much better than you may have taken all of your ideas and claimed them as theirs. But this person is getting ready to be attacked for this. This person's getting ready to be defeated in some way. Seems simple, think simple. Uncover your heart. No more self-hate or self-harm. Just go with the flow. Stop the self-sabotage. Reminder, you need love too. Who are you? Who am I? Always do your part. I'm still standing after all this time. Elton John. Are you what they dictate or what you feel to be true? So, a lot of you are definitely feeling the losses you've had because of somebody else's communication, because of the way somebody's talked about you, or the way that somebody has started rumors about you or gossiped about you. You may be feeling very strongly that loss of your reputation. But are you what they dictate, or are you what you feel to be true? Believe that you are you for a reason. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. I don't like the way that you see and treat me when I give too easily. Sad but true. Boundaries are needed and healthy. How we show others to treat us matters. If we show them that we're a doormat, they're going to treat us as a doormat, and you can't really blame them, because guess what? If somebody came into your life and was a doormat, you'd wipe your feet on them too. And you wouldn't even know that you were doing it because they never said nothing about it. Unless, of course, you actually can feel people's emotions as strongly as some of us do. But that doesn't mean everybody does. So that doesn't mean everybody's doing it on purpose when they do things like that. Some will always treat you good, but it's different for everyone. And some are good at being everything for everyone, and they're so good at it that they lose themselves. So you might actually be grieving the loss of you into another person. The loss of you into a community or a group, the loss of you and your voice and who you are, because you gave it away. Because you gave it away to somebody else, and you decided that your voice didn't matter. You decided that what you felt didn't matter, or who you were didn't matter. Not nearly as much as whoever this person was. So remember not to get caught up in that anger and that blame when it comes to these things, to take some self-accountability and to work on expressing yourself more. Work on being who you are, regardless of whether or not you lose the people outside of you, because it's much worse to lose yourself than it is to lose the people around you. 3336. Rebirth, good luck, good health, creativity, feelings, fertility, independent. Fish, by the way. Adaptable, instinctive. There may be a situation that you're facing that mirrors your emotions and subtle awarenesses to influence you to move forward. Happiness, intelligence, strength, and endurance are gifts brought to you by this spirit animal on your journey. You are being shown a deep awareness of the unconscious or higher self. Don't fight. Go with the flow and allow yourself to be guided forward. Koi fish, goldfish, salmon, and trout could be extra important here. Knowledge, wisdom, inspiration, and prophecy are symbols of fish in ancient eclectic traditions. Transformation is at your door, a chance to go deeper within. Faith and trust in the abundance that comes from allowing instead of trying to control right now. Liberation from the confines of societal norms or mass consciousness. Remember that you are free to swim when and where you wish. You have immense determination, but remain flexible and adaptable sometimes. It's good to swim against the current when you need to. Know when it's necessary and know when it's best to go with the flow. Kind of like salmon. Salmon during breeding seasons, they will swim upstream against that current. and they will make it all the way up that stream to get to their breeding grounds. But when it's not breeding season, they allow themselves to be pushed down the stream with that current. So they only fight the current when it's important to create new life. Otherwise, they go with the flow and allow themselves to be taken where they're going to be taken. So it's really important for you to find your voice and to express yourself, but it's also important for you to find out when it's most important and when it isn't. What is most valuable to you? What is your biggest morals? What are your biggest goals? What is most important to be expressed and what is most important to be left unsaid? Unhappy waters. Be happy, my love, wherever you go. A new man will come, I know. You're my friend first and foremost. I offer you a toast. True happiness I hope you find. Please don't punish yourself in your mind. If you choose to leave me, I'll hope that it's to be happy. But if you choose to stay, then I'm hoping it's for the same. So please forgive me when I feel that you're worth more. Jealousy is not at my core. My heart feels your pain and sees your eyes full of rain. Stop selling yourself for your needs. Have some faith and see where it leads. Know that everything will be okay if you try it another way. Take my own advice, I know. I had to reap and to sow. Sometimes you don't see what's inside unless you take that ride. 10, 15, 20. So everything you've been through is for a reason. It's for a purpose. And you wouldn't be as aware as you are of yourself or the other people around you, or as aware of these lessons that you've learned along the way, unless you had gone through what you went through. A lot of you are dealing with the loss of a lover, the loss of a best friend, the loss of a partner. And whether you left this person or they left you, this was supposed to happen. Unconditional love means loving that person regardless of whether or not they chose to stay with you. Regardless of whether or not they chose you as their partner. Just because they didn't choose you as their partner doesn't mean you don't love them. And a lot of times we forget that when we're in pain. So don't forget that. Sometimes a friendship can actually be saved that way. And sometimes it can't. Sometimes you were only meant to be in each other's lives for a limited time, and then you were meant to be gone. And that's just the way that it is. Is it really you that I'm missing, or the loss of my innocence? I've been missing so much. A change in thought. As I sit and ponder life, my mind is filled with chaos and strife. Taking time to find the peace allows the clamoring thoughts to cease. I see myself in a new light, one that fills me with new fight. Release the old to let in new. Thoughts I think are like glue. Positive thinking keeps me stuck in the past. Or negative thinking keeps me stuck in the past. Positive thinking can work pretty fast. Rewiring my mind to think in new ways. Filling my inner child with bright new praise. So, it's time to start praising yourself. It's time to start lifting yourself up. It's time to start believing in magic again. It's time to start believing that good things can happen again. It's time to start believing that if this person didn't leave, there wouldn't be room for somebody else to come in. Somebody that might actually be more of what you're actually wanting in life. Somebody that might make you feel better and lift you up. And somebody that might not be so controlling, possessive, greedy, needy, clingy, or whatever else it was. Or maybe they caused you to be in that energy in some way. And there's really a need here to let go of that past and to close that door so that you can really call in new. This could be somebody that sacrificed themselves in some way for you as well. So somebody could actually be dealing with the loss of someone that sacrificed themselves for them, or someone that really hurt them in the past but redeemed themselves in some way. Somebody could be punishing themselves for overthinking things, or punishing themselves for questioning things, or feeling like there couldn't be anything new built here and then it was too late to build anything new here. But just know that everything played out the way that it was meant to. Hi, Rashima. Nice to see you. Everything played out exactly how it was meant to. Your persistence, your determination, your faith, your work, everything you've been doing is bringing in a lot of abundance for you, a lot of luck for you. It's going to be bringing in new opportunities for you. There may even be new offers coming in for you too. Some of you have been so blind to the opportunities that you have in front of you, the offers that you have in front of you, the joy or the happiness that could come. Because you could be so focused on the past and the gray skies turning into bright, beautiful skies again. The sun is here. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. So stick out your chin and grin and say, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. So yeah, at this time, you guys are working on freeing yourself from this constant questioning energy, from this energy of unsureness, from this energy of loss and sadness and pain and hurt. And the way that you're going to be able to do that the most is by removing your masks and showing who you truly are. Showing that pain you're going through, showing the world what's been going on behind the scenes. It's also going to help you to get out there and to have fun, to go on dates, to plan things with your friends, maybe even go to a party. To really enjoy yourself is going to help you rise up out of the ashes into this beautiful phoenix that's here. Justice is going to be coming your way, and it's going to be coming your way in the form of a solid, stable, strong commitment. A commitment from someone, an opportunity to build something beautiful, an opportunity to see the truth, and an opportunity to be yourself with somebody, and to have somebody who is also ready to be themselves. And the way that you're going to have this happen is by letting go of this person who chose to be themselves, by walking away from you and still loving them, still caring about them, but knowing that if they weren't happy with you and they wanted to be with someone else and they revealed that and they left, that honesty is something to be valued and appreciated. It is also something that allows you the chance to be happy and filled with joy and a commitment yourself. Justice and commitment, exactly. A true commitment, true loyalty, and true love from somebody who feels the same about you as you do them, instead of having somebody around that doesn't feel the same about you as you do them. But as they left and as they walked away from this situation and as they went into a situation that was more for them, they gave you that opening. So be grateful to the people who left. Oh, there's a song that actually deals with that too. So to the one who let her go, I'm thanking you the most, thanking you the most. I'm surprised I remembered that many lyrics. I don't remember what the song is called though. And that always happens on here, but a really good song. Because when we are coming into contact with somebody and building a new relationship, you want to know who we should be thanking the most? The people from our past that let us go. The people from their past that let them go. 4402. Because that allowed us a chance to have these new beginnings, this new friendship, this new stable, solid foundation, to have these new celebrations with these new people. Something that makes us happy. Because if something isn't making you happy, I don't care how old you are or how long you've been in that situation, you should be moving away from that situation. Because not only is it making you miserable, it's making everybody around you miserable too. So you're moving away not just for you, but for those that you love too. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, doing things to make others happy and to please them is lying. Putting on that mask to bravely face the world and work hard for everyone else and put in all your time and all your effort and all your loyalty and to be so giving and so generous and caring and doing it all for everyone around you. That's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie to yourself. It's a lie to them. And we don't want those people to do that for us either. We don't want them to lie to us. We don't want them to do things just because it makes us happy. So when they walk away from us, 4522, it brings peace to them and to us. Because who wants to stay in something where they have to be fake? For some of you, there's a loss of your work. There's a loss of your time, your commitment, your dedication. You're feeling like there's a loss of this. You're feeling like somebody may have stolen something of yours. Somebody may have acquired some sort of knowledge or skills or something from you that they're giving to the world now. I'm feeling that justice card that just came out. And there's going to be some sort of exposure. There's going to be some sort of justice for you in this situation. These masks are going to fall off. And people are going to see what's really been going on here. They're going to see who this person really is and who you really are. That you are the wizard behind the curtain. Healing, true healing of the mind, body, and soul. Little luxuries, generating luxurious experiences and surroundings. Your generosity, your giving nature, the beauty that you give out to others. And some of you might actually want to go watch my very last pick a card reading with... where are you winning next? Because I really feel like there's some of you that are going to resonate with that, especially pile 3. You're going to be winning. You're going to be on top. Your hard work, your dedication, everything you've done has not gone unnoticed. But make sure that you're not doing things. Make sure this giving that you're doing, this generosity that you're doing, is not as a doormat. That you're not just giving, even when you don't want to. And telling people, oh, no, when they're trying to give back to you. I can do it. I don't need anything. I don't need any help. I don't need anyone. I don't need anything. Stop doing that. Stop it. When somebody says, oh, hey, I can help you with that. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That way, when you're going, hey, I can help you with something, you're not doing twice as much work because somebody else came in and went, hey, I can help you with something. And now you're all sharing the burden instead of every burden in the world having to be on your shoulders. And the whole world's just going to collapse if I take a break. And it becomes that toxic side of a martyr too. You are just as toxic as the other person when you're a giver like that. When you are an overgiver, you're just as toxic as the overtaker. And it's just as unconscious. They don't know they're being toxic any more than you know that you're being toxic. Because you never told them that you're not okay with that. You never told them that it was too much for you to do. You never told them that this isn't who you are and that's not who you want to be. Just like they never told you that, you know what, sometimes they can get up off their ass and do something too, and you don't have to do everything for them. So get the fuck away from me because I can do something myself. Kind of like my kids and not being able to cook a whole lot anymore. They're finally starting to get to cook again. They were cooking before they ever left my house. But for the last 3 years that they've been living with their grandma, it's been really hard for them to get her to let them in that fucking kitchen to do anything. Or even to take care of some of the other stuff because they're too little, or because it's just easier if she does it herself, or because she doesn't want to mess, or because she has to do everything. And then when she does everything and nobody's grateful for it, she's so upset. It's just as toxic to them as it is to her. Because trust me, I've watched the toxicity seep in. The 9 of stakes, the 6 of stakes. Once again, go watch that reading of how you're winning. Because a lot of you are getting ready to win very big at this time. And a lot of it's because you're overcoming your own toxic codependency. Your own toxic need to be everything for everyone and be loved by everyone. And also, there is fucking justice coming in for anything that was stolen from you. Anything that was stolen from you by somebody that you gave to generously of your time, your energy, your ideas. Anything that you gave to somebody that was your work is going to be recognized, is going to be vindicated. And a lot of that's because this person all of a sudden realizes what they did. They didn't know in the past, but now they're seeing very clearly what they have done. And they are looking to right their wrongs. They are looking to make things right. They're looking to gain their soul back. Because they almost feel like they sold their soul to do what they did to you. And now they know the only way to find peace is to make things right. And that doesn't mean, oh, I still hate you. No, that means this person is actually learning, growing, becoming a good person. Remember to be fucking humble when it comes to that. Think about Joseph and the King of Dreams, or Joseph the King of Dreams. Think about when his family comes to get that grain when there's that drought. And he sets their little brother up to go down for the fall. And every fucking one of them threw themselves in there to sacrifice themselves for him. Take me instead. Take me instead. And he's like, why would you do that for a spoiled half-brother? Because we've already learned this lesson before. Because we've already felt the pain of betraying one of our other brothers. Because there's no way in hell we'd ever do that again. Not ever. Including going down for something we didn't even do to make sure he doesn't. Did Joseph decide to throw them all in prison? Did he decide to use his newfound power to get revenge on those people that had hurt him? No. He decided to have a heart and compassion and understanding. That's why he was raised to that leadership position. And he decided to forgive them and love them and call them brother again. Because he knew that now they would truly be his brothers. The brothers that he had hoped for his whole fucking life. That he never had. They were now. And he decided to accept it. And love it. And be appreciative and grateful for it. So remember that when it comes to justice coming in for you. So that is what I have for you guys with this reading today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And remember, each and everything you guys do to support this channel really helps me out so much. So thank you so much to everybody here who participates, who comments, likes, shares, subscribes, especially you, Rashima. You've been here since the beginning, and you have been very loyal and very dedicated and committed to lifting me up and helping me and supporting me on this channel. Thank you so much for that. Thank you guys, each and every one of you that does anything you do to support this channel. Liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, purchasing. You can find my prices and my contact information in the description box below. Also, for a couple more hours, I still have that sale going on if you go to my community page for a text or call session. Thank you guys to anybody that leaves comments, shares, subscribes, likes, donates, anybody that makes purchases and then tips afterwards too. There was actually somebody one day that purchased my biggest reading I have and then afterwards left me like $100 tip. That was fucking phenomenal and amazing, and it couldn't have came at the better time. So, you know, when you guys feel drawn to do things like that, you're feeling drawn to do things like that for a reason. Just like when I feel drawn to do things where I give away a lot of my services and stuff. I'm feeling drawn to do that for a reason. It's not like it's something that I shouldn't be doing, because a lot of people will try to convince you it's something you shouldn't be doing, being that generous and that giving. If it's to your own detriment, yeah, you shouldn't be. And if it's something you really don't want to be doing, then yeah, you shouldn't be. But if it's who you are, and if it's what you want to be doing, you should be doing it. And you shouldn't be worried about whether or not it's going to come back to you, because it always will. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.